Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Thanks very much for attending this captioning demonstration this morning. It's going to be very short, just 10 minutes or so, which is really all we need to demonstrate how easy this system is to use. So what you're seeing here is real-time captioning. You may also hear it referred to as CART, which is Communication Access Real-Time Translation. It's an American term, but it's one that we're hearing more and more here in Australia. Now, the captioning service is being provided by a steno captioner, and they're using the same shorthand machine that you see used in courts and parliaments. And the software that you're seeing is our very own Go-Kart software, which we developed in 2004 in consultation with the hearing impaired and deaf community in Australia. So today what we're going to do is have a quick look at Go-Kart, how it works, and what the benefits are for both staff and students. So firstly, Go-Kart is really easy to install. It takes just a few minutes for the students to download it from our website onto their laptop, and that's literally all they need to do to receive the captioning. Apart from that is entering their username and password and a job reference, a booking reference into the login dialog on Go-Kart. And that's just to make sure that they receive the correct feed of captions for their lecture. So we've made it even easier than that because we've added to our booking form an option to enter the student's course ID or a student ID number. And this just means that they need to know that ID number for the first lecture, and after that it's the same for every lecture for the entire year. So they only have to enter the login details once. So it's really, really simple. What's also great about Go-Kart is the student can adjust the font and the font size according to their preferences. And this is really important for students who have a vision impairment, for example, as they can make the font as large as they need it to be. So Go-Kart also displays the captions in coloured text for easy identification of the speakers. For example, if the lecturer plays an audio or video file, or if the student speaks, then those particular captions will display in different colours. And I'll just ask the steno captioner just to give you a very quick demonstration of that. So there's the text appearing in yellow. Now, this is a fantastic feature because it makes it easier and quicker for the students to follow the captions. Another great benefit of Go-Kart is that it can be resized and repositioned on the screen. So, for example, the student could put Go-Kart in one half of the screen and their word processor in the other half of the screen, and that means that they can make notes as the lecture is going along without actually having to look away to a notebook, so they don't miss what the lecture's saying as it's going along. So at the end of the lecture, the student can then save a draft transcript. All they have to do is hit Control-S, and it saves the draft transcript as an RTF file, which means that they can then load it up into their word processor. So that they take away a transcript and they can look at it later just to improve their comprehension of the lecture. As an additional service, we also email the transcript out to the organizer as a PDF file. So if you wanted to distribute the PDF to the students as well, you can also do that. So that gives you an idea of just some of the benefits to the student of the real-time captioning system. But our system also has some great benefits for staff as well. So firstly, bookings can be made and paid for within minutes on our online booking form. So all you need to do is to enter the date, the time, and the duration of the booking, as well as listing the subject. So for example, psychology or law, and also your payment details. And changes to bookings can also be made online as well. Now, this next feature is extremely popular with our existing clients. You'll recall that I mentioned that you can simply enter a course ID or a student ID to associate the captioning with the individual student. So we've taken that a step further, and we also provide you with a facility to go online to the website and to click a button that will create a full report listing all the details of your captioning costs broken down by student. So we provide this to you in a CSV format, so you can load it into your spreadsheet, and also in a text format, so you can load it into your word processor. And you might want to use that for your annual report or just simply to do a year-to-date to work out how much you've spent on captioning so far this year. Aside from having Go-Kart installed, the other thing required to facilitate the captioning is a feed of audio from the lecture theatre or the seminar room to the captioner. And there are a couple of different options for sending us the audio. The first is Skype, and this is often the easiest option, and also there are no other costs because Skype is a free download. So you'd install Skype on a PC in the lecture theatre. It might be the lecturer's PC, or it might be a PC which is used for AV applications, for example. You plug in the audio from the lecturer's mic into that PC. The other option is to use a standard telephone line, and we can provide you with a turnkey solution for the hardware necessary to get the audio to the captioner on the telephone line. The alternative is that your AV department may wish to provide the hardware, or they may even have the necessary hardware already. The cost of our captioning is $165 per hour. Now, for universities, and I know TAFEs are different in the way that they're funded, but for universities, after you've received your federal government rebate of normally around, say, 80%, I believe, your captioning cost would be around $33 per hour. Also, there's no minimum booking period. So if a lecture is only 1 hour long, you pay for just that 1 hour. So it's only the $165 fee. On top of that, there are no travel costs to pay for. You don't have to pay for travel time because we provide the service remotely. And also there are no other expenses. So our rate also includes the provision of the draft transcript, provision of all the software, and of course your access to our online reporting tools as to how many hours of captioning you've booked for each student. Now the only thing I haven't mentioned is our guarantee. All of our steno captioners are experienced. They're all fast and they're all accurate, as you will have seen from the demonstration today. This enables us to guarantee you a minimum of 98% accuracy in all our live captions, or you simply don't pay. There are a few universities and TAFEs here who haven't yet used our service, so we would like to offer you, as a thank you for attending today, a free 1 hour trial of the service. So if you'd like to take us up on this offer, please email us and we'll organise a free caption lecture for you so that your students and staff can experience the service for themselves. So that concludes our captioning demonstration, and thank you very much for attending.